Let's talk about facilitative mediation and avoiding unnecessary litigation. Facilitative mediation often happens early in the litigation process before there's been any formal discovery. A neutral third party is brought in, allowing the parties to have conversations with each other and hear things from each other that they've not heard before. It's by eliciting each party's story that the mediator sees it with new eyes. But more importantly, when the opposing party hears the story being told to the mediator, the opposing party is relieved of the defensiveness that comes from communicating directly with the first party, and it's then that the opposing party begins to recognize things about the first party's story as though hearing it for the very first time. It's this recognition on the part of the listener that begins to widen the channels of communication and helps parties find points of agreement, ultimately allowing them for a resolution of the conflict. Last year, I mediated a conflict between two men who, despite having known each other for years, had grown unable to communicate. They were also joint tenants in a rent-controlled San Francisco apartment. As I drew out each of their stories, allowing them to hear each other in new ways, they realized that they were both very unhappy. One of them needed to move out, and the other needed to buy out the first person's lease interest. Again, these men had known each other for a long time, yet it was only by telling their stories to a neutral third party that they were able to hear each other as though for the first time and move on in order to resolve their conflict. Now let's recognize that having a facilitated conversation between two opposing parties doesn't guarantee settlement of a case. However, a skillful third-party neutral can tease out the underlying thoughts and feelings that drive a case, and at the very least, all the parties can walk away from the mediation with a clearer understanding of the conflict. Facilitative mediation is just one way to solve a conflict. Let me assist your clients in avoiding unnecessary litigation. Give me a call.